Story time, y'all. We're gonna lay off on talking about the strip club. I don't want it to get repetitive. I do got other stories to talk about, and things like that. But anyway, we're gonna talk about this. So this one particular night, me and my homegirl, we went out on a late store run. Went out on a late store run, to go get us some chips. Let's go get us some chips. Let's go get us some soda and things like that, little snacks and stuff. So, she asks me, she's like, yo, you got your food stamp card, this, and this, because the store that I want to go to, he's taking food stamps. So, I always carry my food stamp card with me and things like that. So, I asked her, like, yo, you got your food stamp card? She was like, yeah, I got my food stamp card. I was like, okay, cool. So, we both, got our food stamp card and things like that. We can get more bang for our buck. So, and I asked her too. I was like, hey, do you got you some, some cash on you or whatever? Because maybe she was like, yeah, I got some cash. I got about $100, this and the third, fancy, whatever. So, so we like, okay, where's the store? This is this. So she's like, oh, it's not too far from me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool, no problem. So, I'm like, okay, you want to come pick me up? Like, do I get no lift? But she's like, oh, I'm come pick you up. I'm like, okay, cool. She's like, there's this dude, I've been texting and stuff like that, and he don't live too far from where the store is, and, the route where we gotta go. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, that's cool. That's dope. Whatever. So she proceeds to, texting. I'm not paying no mind, getting in the car and stuff like that. And she starts to, pull off this, that, and the third. Now she got her nice behind car. Nice, the latest Benz out, and everything. So she got her nice car and everything like that. Me, I'm dressed down, sweatpants, shirt, is this regular stuff. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And I had my bonnet on. So, the guy comes out the building. Now I don't know if he lived there or whatever. He come out this building, whatever. It's a nice building. So it's like a nice high rise building, like the little condos and stuff like that. Real nice. Come out, dressed nice, chain on, little hat with the little a little bear thing there, dressed nice, the nice pelly on, the chain, the nice shoes. He had on like these Air Maxes and stuff like that. And he ain't having no skinny jeans either. So I was like, thank God. But he was real cute. Like real, like he took take care of himself and things like that. Now I ain't asking no, questions and things like that. I ain't asking no questions and things like that of, who he was and things like that. I just, let it flow, whatever. So he gets in the back seat, like, oh, where y'all going? We're like, oh, we just going to the store and I'm gonna drop my homegirl back up home. So he's like, okay, cool. This and the third. He asked me what my name was. I told him my name and everything like that. He was like, I didn't want to be rude. This. I'm like, okay, cool. So we all driving. This and this. She turns some jams and stuff like that. Whatever. I'm like, yo, we get to the store yet? You talking about the store ain't too far from, where you at? So she's like, no, we got like a good 5 to 10 more minute ride. So I'm like, okay, cool. So he's just sitting back there chilling, whatever. So he get a call. So he's like, yo, I'm with these two girls, this and the third, my homegirl and her friend. And we going to the store. And, whatever. So he asks me, he's like, what's your name again? So I was like, oh, I told him my name, this and that. I said, okay, cool. And he was like, and her name is such and such, this and this. So now I ain't asking him nothing else, I ain't asking no questions or nothing like that. Cause I told y'all I like this dude, Sully. So, I'm the type of person like if I like somebody or whatever, I try to be real, like, faithful kind of like thing, until proceedings tell me to not do so, XYZ. So, this and this. But mind you, he real freaking cute. So, I ain't, get his number and nothing like that because I ain't want to step on my homegirl toes because I'm like, okay, that might be her dude or somebody she find interesting and stuff like that. So, we get to the store. He jumps out the store. He jumps out the car and he sits up there and he freaking opens up the door for me, this, and then, my homegirl opened up her door. She's like, why the F you ain't open up the door for me? This, that, and the third, first, this. I'm the one with the car. This. I know that's my homegirl, but damn. And this, that, and the third. He like, my bad, this. But she kind of cute and blah, blah, blah. And every freaking thing. So I ain't get his motherfucking name now. So, he being a real gentleman and everything, and going on to the store and everything like that. He's like, yo, I'm gonna pay this, and I was like, thank you, because I didn't want to use my food stamp card in the first freaking place. So he was like, all right, I'll pay this, and he's like, and you pay it? And she was like, Mom, he was like, and you fucking pay it? If I would have known this fucking shit, I would have brought her. She was like, if I would have known this, I would have bought her a long freaking time ago. So, he was like, nah. It's kind of like on the house type ish, this, blah, blah, blah. So she like, okay, cool. She didn't say nothing, I didn't say nothing. I'm real like reserved, shy, whatever. So he asked her, something. He wished for something in her ear, asked her something. And then after that, that was it. So, after that, we leave the store. Then we go back to the car. So, once again, gentleman, open up the door for me, this, and the third. He's like, you need your door open, this. She was like, hell no. So after that, I was like, girl, is you pissed off? She was like, no, I ain't, but I am. And I'm like, well, what happened? He was like, because I done sat up there and invited that fool. We supposed to be kicking it, and we ain't kicking it because you up in the mother freaking car, and now I got to take you back to freak home, and we pissed off. So I was like, was I intruding or something? I was like, you the one that sat up there and texted me. And she was like, nah, man, like, this supposed to meet him and everything like that. And we supposed to be sitting around there dropping bread on who in the hell gonna get him and this, that, and the third, because he fine as shit. I was like, well, girl, I got somebody. And she's like, well, who the fuck it is? Because I want to fucking know. And then, because you my freaking homegirl, and I feel like you've been single for so fucking long. After that and everything like that, I was like, well, I have been freaking single, but some stuff done transpired with another dude, and I don't freaking know what the hell done happened. I'm all bent over and everything, and I don't know if he know and everything like that. And then she was like, bent over. I said, bent over. So, we don't freaking know. So now I gotta go around and see and everything like that, like what's going on. So she was like, well, what happened? I was like, girl, I was sitting around and talking to this dude. We texting, vibing, this, bloop, bloop, bloop. And I go on over to the home and everything like that. He got a little stuff set up, nice set up, television on. We gonna kick it. And I was like, I didn't care if he, smoke and stuff like that. And we was gonna kick it and just chill at the crib, whatever. And then, possibly go outside later. But I think it was like real freaking dark. So it was getting dark and stuff like that. So some stuff going on and every mother freaking thing. He trying to be sitting in a chair, conversating, blah, blah, blah. And the next thing you know, he move on over to the bed. And I'm hearing, excuse me. I'm hearing him do this, and it's getting a little scary. The next thing you know, my pantalones and everything by the hip and everything. I'm like, do you want to see this? And then, but it don't sound like me. You know what I'm saying? And so he looking and stuff and blah blah blah. But I feel like he trying to look out the window. And next thing you know, I'm by the window. And the next thing you know, it feel like It was a situation. He backed out, and somebody else then came on in, and the next thing you know, bent over, girl. Your girl ain't know what in the hell to freaking do, and the next thing you know, me and this dude, we sitting around here sleep. The original one I was originally chilling with. So I know what in the world to do with my stuff and every freaking thing. Cause I'm like, I like Sully. But any mother freaking way. She was like, oh, where the hell this dude stay? I was like, bruh. Now you know I live out in New York City. And he live out in New York City too. So she was like, oh, I don't like it over there. They be doing a lot of stuff over there. These dang on dudes don't know how to treat girls. This. I was like, girl, well, that's where Sully from New York City. And he actually from mother freaking Brooklyn. So she was sitting around and he from Brooklyn. I was like, yes. I was like, so where this dude from? He's like, okay, he from out here. This, that, and the third. So I'm like, oh, really? But he cute and everything. So I'm like, because I'm like, okay, all the fine dudes can be from New York City and the surrounding areas out of tri-states. So she like, oh, yo, you in tune, with the lingo? She's like, are you in tune with my lingo? I'm like, are you in tune with my lingo? And she's like, yeah. We like, yeah. We like, yeah. So he up in the back, still not knowing what's going on, but I think he on the phone with his friend and everything like that. They talking bloop, 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 and every freaking thing. But peace, y'all.